Hello and welcome back. We are here at Anarchy number 7. This is game number 4. Lots of numbers for you to get into. I'm Very Cherry and I'm very proud to be here today to bring you the wonderful game of London Roller Derby versus Roller Derby Toulouse. And I'm with the fantastic...
I'm Shona. Nice to see you all. I can't see it.
You just have to pretend they're all there.
I'm just going to pretend that everyone's there and just having a lovely time.
Fantastic. And we will be having a lovely time together.
Yes.
So, Shona, do you want to give us the roster for the team in pink and black, and that will be London Roller Derby?
Yes, I will. So we have 004 Swan, 08 Party Pants, 112 Cat Straighter, 12 Bothwell, 1236 Madge, 1393, that's Texas Heat, 18 Ellis, number 2 Cat Piss Never Clean, 237 Camera Attack, 27 Alley Cat, 31 Valks, number 4 is Delta Strike, 474 is Wolf, 56 Dixie, and number 9 is Beth Lord.
Wonderful, and going up against London today here at game number 4, we have Roller Derby Toulouse in the blue and the black. They're actually in blue with a lot of blue on today. In black this morning, you may have seen. We have 06 Champagne, 111 Rollola, 153 is Millie, 19 Sweeney, 1903 La Chute, 191 Missy Hammer, 202 Billy the Kit, 2208 Tank, 222 Agatha Crushdy, 8, what am I going on about? 28 Baboon, number 49 Trash Panda, number 64 Black and Decker, number 7 Jack and Decker, sorry, what am I even talking about? Come on, give me some coffee. 713 Alice Dreg. Number 72, Nina Backdraft, and 747, Lee Love. And we are underway. Let's get back onto the track and take it in.
And we have Missy Hammer jamming for Nothing to Lose and has gotten lead, whilst Delta Strike is still pushing through the pack on their first pass.
Lovely stuff, lovely start there from Toulouse. As you said, Shona, Delta Strike, you can't even see them. They're in that pack somewhere, getting an absolute greeting from Toulouse. I think we're in for a good old 1-2-1-2 type of game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
But let's have a little watch and see what happens. And through on their scoring pass, it is Missy Hammer for Toulouse.
Delta Strike still pushing, looks to have the helmet cover stashed. He's not looking to pass the star.
Party Pants there with the run back for London. London, I think, are going to be, looks like they're playing a bit of a calmer game, going to maybe ease themselves into it, but that would be you for the viewer to judge.
Delta Strike is through as Missy Hammer comes through, trying to get those points, calls the jam before any points can be scored by London.
Lovely stuff there by Toulouse, as you said, clever jamming, making sure that London didn't pick up any points there. So we have London on 0 and Nothing Toulouse with 7 points.
I'm loving that, like, neither of the teams is in black or white. I like that it's pink and blue.
It's very appeasing to the eye.
Yeah.
It's nice and easy. I mean, definitely, I'll get one of the colours mixed up in a minute. But absolutely not getting mixed up and balling their way through the pack there. That is Ellis, and that is first lead jam for London.
Trash Panda has successfully passed the helmet cover.
And we've had a pass over, as you said there. So we have got, let me get their name right this time. It's Jack and Decker, who is now your jammer for Toulouse. Hopefully they'll let me off getting their name wrong earlier, because I don't want to get in a fight with them. They look pretty hardcore.
They had an absolutely brilliant game earlier on today.
Hang on a second. I'm not sure if we've got a little problem on track. No, they are back up on their skates there. But I do think we might need to get Jack to have a quick chat with one of our medics here. Not sure what happened there, Shona, whether it was a little hit to the shoulder, but I'm sure she'll get looked after. Well, she will get looked after. I don't know why I said I'm sure.
Once again, thanks to our medics as well as officials, photographers, volunteers, NSOs, tech crew, DJs, coaches, skaters, everyone. We love you all.
Aww. And we're cracking on now with jam number 2. Scores ever so close. 9 points for nothing to lose. London Brawling with 12 points. But who's that that's just grabbed lead?
That's Champagne, who has grabbed lead for nothing to lose. Although Dixie chasing them down.
Yeah, Dixie, they are hot on the heels of Champagne, your jam at 4 Toulouse as the pack is speeding up. One thing we know about London Shona is they know how to control a pack.
Absolutely. And really forcing that call off there by just absorbing any speed that Champagne might have had and giving Dixie time to kind of approach and try for some points.
But it was Toulouse that picked up 3 points in that jam. Nothing picked up from London. We are on a tied game. What should we do if there's a tied game? Tequila shots, biscuits?
Biscuits.
Run around the track?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we're not here for the cardio.
Not at all.
No cardio today, thank you. We've signed up for the sitting down job. Although we're 100% going to join a disco at the after party later. But that will be later and that won't be streamed.
Cat Strater on the jam line for London Brawling, and Missy Hammer up again for nothing to lose.
Very popular with the in-house crowd there. Number 112, Cat Strater for London, and they are through again. And where's our Missy Hammer getting recycled? Oh, back you go. Thanks to number 27, that is Ali Cat.
Nice little twist and turn on the outside by Cat Strater to get those last few points.
This is a lovely high-scoring jam here for London Brawling and Cat Strater. I wanted to say Cat Slater then, because I feel like, are we in the East End? Are we? No, we're not, are we? We're in. Is this South London?
We're in South. London, yes.
I said I wouldn't do the accent as well, didn't I? Oh God. I think I owe the announcer swear box about 50 quid at the moment. All right, then.
You also owe the people of London a heartfelt apology.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm from Birmingham. I get enough accent digs.
Yeah, me too.
But when we've
Yorkshire.
Okay, well, there we go. Well, when we've got Birmingham playing tomorrow, we can reconvene with the accents. But anyway, what's happened on track?
It looks as though Champagne took the star from
I think it was Missy, wasn't it?
It might have been Missy, but just in time for the jam to be called off by Cat Strater, who scored 11 points.
Lovely. Look at that tight score. Nothing to lose. I don't know why I keep trying to say what the name is the pun on. Nothing to lose with 12 and London Brawling with 23. And we've only had about 3 minutes in this game, so tasty things to come.
Trash Panda lining up for nothing to lose against Delta Strike for Brawling.
This looks a little bit like the first jam. I think we are on some very matching jam rotations at the moment. Whether that's a lineup manager's little job, they might be mixing that around later, but let's have a look to see if Delta is going to have a different outcome to that first jam, where Trash Panda, if you remember, did get lead.
Yeah, really strong 3 walls here. With Trash Panda just exploiting that gap on the inside to get through and get leads.
Yeah, Trash Panda's going to be really happy with that performance. If you remember, we had London playing this morning. London did play Stockholm this morning. London taking the win, and we had Rainey versus Toulouse. Rainey took the win there, so I think it's fair to say, Shona, that Toulouse, they're going to want to win today, aren't they?
Yeah. They've got nothing to lose.
They really haven't.
Nothing to lose.
They've had a lovely trip over the channel, but I'm sure they'd quite like to take a win back home with them.
Absolutely.
But Trash Panda is having quite a horrible time at the back of the pack. Number 4, that's Delta. So we have had a star pass, but there's no star on their head yet. But we have Swan as your active jammer for London Brawling.
Trash Panda still doing their best to push through all of those skaters there. And I think we'll have taken the full 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points on the board there. We can see our wonderful officials letting us know with those points in the sky. I mean, I miss the jammer point where you could say 5 in the sky. 4 in the sky is just not quite as, it's not a vibe, is it? But it's what we're stuck with, isn't it?
It was confusing.
Was it?
Well, yeah, I feel like it was.
Oh, okay.
It was a bit confusing.
I mean, you're wrong. I'm really joking. You let us know. I mean, I can add up better in 5s and 4s. I think is where I'm going as well.
Yeah.
I am numerically challenged and linguistically challenged, although I got the word linguistic.
It was amazing. Nothing to lose. Trash Panda with 7 points in that jam. Swan managing to get 3 before the end of the jam.
But this game, with just over 20 minutes left to go in this first half, is carrying on and been a very tight affair. Nothing to lose with 19. London Brawling with 26. And that is number 474. That is Wolf. I mean, I'm sure they have heard a million Hungry Like the Wolf jam sayings, but they are, and they were, and they did. And I just whacked my microphone then because I was so excited with myself.
Champagne for Toulouse is also out and approaching the pack really quickly, forcing that call off by Wolf.
Lovely stuff there by Wolf, picking up the full 4. Full 4 works quite well, so I'll let you have that. Nothing literally for Toulouse in that one, but we see 19 plays 30. Lovely tight game in lovely sunny, where are we, Crystal Palace in South London. Thanks for having us. And thanks for having us in your living rooms, wherever you are today. I won't do your accents because I'd probably get arrested.
Missy Hammer lining up for Toulouse against Dixie for Brawling. Both jammers being held quite tightly by the opposing walls.
We have. You carry on, my love, sorry.
Although London pivot was just assessed a penalty, which means that Missy Hammer was able to get out and get lead.
Did we lose 2
I
London
think
blockers?
I think we've lost 2 blockers because Party Pants looks to be holding down the fort alone. Missy Hammer kind of just eventually gets round, calls a game for 4 points.
So London have called a timeout. Not surprised at that. As we said, we have 2 of London in the box. I can't see. Oh, no, I was going to say they're really far away, and then I forgot I could just look at the screen, couldn't I? Oh, Cherry, get it together. I know it's been a while, but, you know. Do you know what? I might give myself a timeout and have a little think about what I've done today.
So it looks as though Toulouse will start with a blocker advantage. They do have 1 blocker in the box, but London have 2, one of whom is the pivot. So, you know, if Toulouse get a quick lead jammer, it's going to be quite difficult for the poor old London jammer to pass the start.
This has been ever such a tight game with only 10 points in it. I love it when the score's like that, so even my tiny brain can work it out. And our lovely stats have been brought to us by Shift tells us that no jammer from either team has had perfect lead record. So everyone's got something to think about, like me. All right, so who have we got lining up now?
Is that?
I said that, and then I realised we couldn't actually see who it was, so I am failing all over town.
So
right
Trash
now.
Panda up against Ellis.
Oh, not seen this lineup together, I don't think. As we said, maybe London having a bit of a shift around with whom is doing what.
Yeah.
But with the pack advantage to Toulouse, very good work there for London.
Yeah.
Absolutely storming it through.
Now, Ellis pushed through and didn't call the jam, which I suspect is so that they can release the box. So just take time to get those blockers out of the box before calling it.
When you're sat in a penalty box, 30 seconds has never felt so long. It's
Unless
like
you're a jammer and you're really tired, and then it's like...
Then you're like, oh, I swore at a ref as well, give me another 30 seconds. It's like, you know, if you're doing like a plank and at the gym and they're like, do a plank for a minute, it's the longest minute of your life.
Yep.
But if they were like, eat chocolate biscuits for a minute.
The shortest.
Exactly.
If they were going to take the packet away from you after the minute, imagine.
Life is so cruel.
That last 10 seconds.
I'd go like the clappers. I'd go like Delta Strike, trying to get through this pack. Oh, Cherry, that was seamless. Yes.
That was a treat. Yeah, Delta Strike through for lead. Champagne not too far behind, really pushed out that wall.
Delta being greeted by a lovely contingent of Toulouse players there, but Delta has literally been around this track a few times. She knew that it was time to call the jam off. Lovely work from London. Although there was a sneaky 1 point.
Oof. Yeah, so zero-sum jam.
As we said before, these games that we've had this morning have been quite differentiating scores. I think that's a word we'll go with. Maybe this game is going to be the tight as toast game.
Yeah.
I don't get it when people say tight as a tiger. I don't know what that means.
And they really knew it from like Austin Powers. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a cultural reference.
I don't know. I don't know if it was the same before that.
I don't know.
No, me neither. Official timeout being called, which we think is to sort out the scores.
Even though there's refs looking at the track
as well.
It's all happening. It's all happening.
So whilst that timeout takes place, we'll shout out to Gendered Intelligence, which is a registered charity working to increase understanding of gender diversity and to improve trans people's quality of life. They're a trans-led and trans-involving grassroots organisation which runs trainings, campaigns and support services for trans and gender non-conforming people.
Wonderful stuff. And we have on track now, we have Kat Strater being greeted by a wonderful welcome party of Toulouse there. Who is that leading the pack there? She begins with the 7. I think that's Lil Love, who has been an absolutely wonderful brace there for Toulouse. We can see them guiding the pack around as number 112, Kat Strater, not having the most fun time. But I think Toulouse will be enjoying this jammer curl.
Yeah. Just when the jammer thinks that they're out,
they're not.
They get pulled straight back in. It's a really fluid wall, like just covering the track, moving side to side, but also, you know, like you say, with Lilo moving from the brace to the bum and just really holding those the jammer in place.
I think we might have a power jump situation. Have I just made that up? I've just made that up. Ignore me. I do apologise.
And Missy Hammer has managed to get lead and is really pushing whilst London are trying to hold the wall. Hold the pack, I should say.
Oh, look, there was a power jam. See, I knew I hadn't made it. I knew I still had it in me. So we will be starting this next jam with nothing to lose being in the power jam situation. But look at this tripod of London Brawling getting themselves set up for business. Is that Party Pants leading the pack? I thought it was. And we have Trash Panda up at the front, jamming unopposed for Toulouse. But look at this London defence. This is the London we know, isn't it? And then, of course, as I say that, they get through. But the power jam is over. So that was a really wonderful power jam dilution.
Yeah, whilst Alex is still trying to get through that Toulouse wall. Trash Panda getting those 4 points, creeping up on Brawling's scoreline. And with a lovely apex jump, gets another 4 points. Valk's still looking for a way through that Toulouse wall. So it looks as though Trash Panda are doing their best to just rack up as many points as possible while they can, whilst the London Jammer remains in the pack, looking to pass the star, looking to pass that helmet cover to the pivot.
Oh, and while we were watching a star pass, it just couldn't quite happen. Trash Panda now on 20 points, highest jam of the game. I don't even need to ask the producer. We all know this. 20 points picked up by Trash Panda. Wonderful work by Toulouse. Loving their work today. But I mean, we're not discounting London yet, are we?
Not at all. And you know, there has been a lead change, but these things can change so quickly.
Is that
Trash Panda being sent to the box?
Oh, they're just doing a really big recycle.
Yeah, just a really big recycle.
They're just really making sure they get back onto the track at the correct place. And that is a very popular jam in the house. I'm pretty sure you can hear the crowd through our microphones. 23 points picked up there by Trash Panda for Toulouse. And I believe, let's just have a quick double check. I don't think any points picked up there by Brawling. Fantastic jam there for Toulouse. If you're cheering for Toulouse at home, stand up and go, "Wahey!" Did we hear anyone do it, do we think?
I heard a few.
That's good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have sounded like an idiot.
Yeah. So champagne on the line for Toulouse, and Wolf jamming for London Brawling. There has been a lead change, so nothing to lose. Currently on 55 against London on 41.
Oh, wonderful work there by our jammer Wolf for London, right round the outside, right in front of our eyes. That's what we want to see. But there are being whistles all over the shop. Are we losing players or are people just on warnings? No, we've lost one each into the penalty box. 2 blockers, 1 apiece.
And Wolf has got lead status for 100% of the jams that they've skated in so far. And obviously that is a huge advantage in the sense that you can control the game, you can call it off earlier than the 2 minutes maximum time.
We're on even points at the moment in this jam. Both Champagne and Wolf have picked up 4 points. Let's just have a little look, see if there were any more picked up in those dying seconds of the jam. I think there might have been. Yeah, so we've had an extra couple of points picked up there for London, so they picked up 7 points. We currently have London 48, Toulouse 59. We have just over 10 minutes left to go in this first half. Thank you for joining us here in beautiful Crystal Palace as we bring you Anarchy number 7. Can you believe there's been 7 of these?
I cannot.
And for me, personally, this is the first time I've actually ever been to Anarchy, which I felt was time to make that wrong a right. But making a wrong, unfortunately, it is Dixie. They are off to the penalty box, meaning Missy Hammer is your active and only jammer on the track. But we also have, whilst this power jam is going on, all of the London blockers are here to give Missy Hammer quite a horrible time.
So quite a lot of action happening right now. Whilst the penalty box is not particularly full right now. London have had 15 penalties so far in this period against Toulouse's 7.
Wonderful work at the front of the pack there. Let's have a little shout out to our jammers. That is Karma, Rat Attack, and who is that next to them? That is Swan. They have been an absolutely wonderful duo, joined with Party Pants as well. That is the tripod of my dreams at the moment. But I'm easily swayed, so that could well change. Toulouse picking up 8 points in that jam there, stretching out their lead a little bit. I mean, it's one of the tightest leads with differentiations we've had all morning, with 48 for London and 67 for Toulouse.
So Trash Panda lining up against Ellis. We have definitely seen this lineup previously. But Ellis pushes through and gets lead. Toulouse then come back trying to do some offence to get their jammer out of the pack. But in doing so, kind of missed Ellis, who zipped through, got 4 points on that pass.
Yeah, wonderful work there from London. Almost didn't see Ellis come zipping around the outside. And we're treated to that once more. Ellis coming round and cornering it off. Lovely stuff there from London, who picked up, I think that's going to be 7 points.
Yeah, and there was a successful star pass there from Trash Panda to Jack and Decker. Good to see them back on track.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've huge thanks to Shift, our amazing producer. Apparently the most popular penalty this game is destruction.
Popular. What's your favourite penalty? I'm going to get 6 of them. Forearms, always forearms. Alrighty then, lovely spinning round at the front of the back there from Champagne. Champagne put an absolute work shift in this morning in the game against Rainey, amongst many other players that you'll see from Toulouse. But I think there was one point where they just didn't leave the track.
Yeah.
And not just leaving the track, but they were like jammer, pivot, insanity amount of exercise they've done today.
Absolutely.
I hope they're wearing their Fitbit because they could get some like points.
Get all, yeah, all the steps.
Because sometimes if you've got like a fancy system, if you get extra Fitbit points, you get like a free coffee or something.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Sounds fun. Delta Strike managing to push through that wall relatively quickly. There was one final blocker, that they had to come up against, but managed to wrap around them. And had 2 scoring passes, so 8 points to Brawling in that jam, 7 for nothing to lose.
So London with 63, Toulouse with 74. Ever such a tight game as we head 7 minutes before the half time. We've got Bethlord on the jam line. They were almost by themselves there, but the tripod has been returned. All big hits there from everybody on the track. But while nobody was looking, and by nobody I mean probably myself, Cat Strater came through right up the inside. Beautiful work from them. And Missy Hammer, your jammer for Toulouse, has the star in their hand. 1-1-2, that is Cat Strater, has been sent off for a penalty. You probably saw it while I was struggling to find some words to say there. And they were called for a penalty. Swift, bless them, they are doing the hand signal, but I can't remember what that hand signal means. Illegal contact. You know the chopping wood one? That one. Oh my God, honestly, I'm going to go and learn about roller derby after this, I am sorry. But we have Toulouse with their power jam.
And Missy Hammer just steaming through, like didn't have much resistance there, did a little bit of a spin and came through.
Oh, but there's a lovely tripod waiting for Missy Hammer as they come round the track now. Power jam is over, so Toulouse are having to put their party of 3 back together as well. Lovely hit there by number 8. That's Party Pants, who is treating our Toulouse jammer to quite the opposite of a party, but they are through and they have grabbed 8 points for Toulouse.
Missy Hammer not yet had a penalty.
Hopefully
we're not tempting fate, but has had a clean game so far. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that.
If you've cursed that for them there, they'll be after you, I tell you. But we are being treated to some wonderful stats. Thank you very much to Shift, producing us like the wind today. They are doing a cracking job. And on track we have London Brawling, who picked up 6 points in that jam with the coveted 69 points. 12 points picked up by Toulouse in that jam takes them to 86. 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Shona, do you think we're going to get 100 points smashed in this first half?
I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I think... Do you know what? Yeah.
Come on then, we'll have it. We'll have it.
Yeah. I feel like I've got faith in Trash Panda.
Yeah,
Trash Panda's just gonna got lead.
There you go.
There you go.
If I was putting my faith in any jammer, I think Trash Panda would get my gold coin, as it were.
Yeah. I can absolutely see Trash Panda racking up some points during this jam, especially with only 2 blockers to go up against. Although they are doing a remarkable job, and I think there was a little bit of contact there. And it looks as though the London jammer Dixie got out, and that did force Trash Panda to call it off after only 4 points. But they can still get 10.
Yeah.
They can get 10 in 4 minutes.
Oh, I mean, I could probably get 10 in 4 minutes if I, really thought about it.
I probably could not. I'm not committing myself to that.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm a jammer, and I'm not.
Oh, Lord. I hope none of your team are listening.
Oh, they are.
Or are you just playing mind games with your opposition?
No.
Just but when you see me.
I like to think of myself as like, I'm a safety jammer. Like, I don't score a lot of points, but I don't concede a lot. Like, I can call, I can
nice.
get lead. Like, I just...
Safety jammer?
Yeah.
Like, like that wheel you put on your car, but you can't go like 80 miles an hour.
Exactly.
It will get you to the garage.
Exactly, yeah.
Love
that's
it.
me. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. That's how I live my life.
Whereas I'm more like that weird red triangle you have to put out if something's gone wrong. Just say, oh, God, it's all gone bad. Just get Terry out the boot. I don't know why I'm in the boot. I'm not thinking that. Terry, stop talking, you weirdo. Right, Beth Lord is on 4 penalties, the highest person. For London, and Toulouse have 6 skaters with a clean sheet. Oh, it's a tale of 2 stories on the penalty board. As we can see, Beth Lord sat in the penalty box with the pivot hat on, so no star pass for the start of this jam anyway.
Champagne jamming for Toulouse against Wolf.
Wolf has been having an
London.
absolutely cracking game, haven't they,
yes.
for London Brawling. Let's see if we're going to have Champagne or Wolf coming through as lead, and it is Champagne.
And I think that breaks Wolf's 100% lead record.
Oh.
Sorry, Wolf.
But, I mean, they did really well. It's like 6 minutes of the game, so... I was going to say you had a good innings. That sounds terrible, but yeah, really good to have such a clean sheet for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have managed to get through as Champagne pushes to try and get through the gap, try and get through that London wall.
Lovely safe block in here from London. We have got, I think that's Delta. We've got Beth Lord. Oh, some of the I don't want to say the old legends, but some very familiar names there for London. Also joined there by Karma Ratatak. I just want to keep on all the extra T's into their name. 4 points picked up from London. Nothing yet picked up by Toulouse. 2 and a bit minutes to go. Don't know about that century now. Looking far away.
They did looks like they got 3 points, so it's not totally out of reach.
I mean, we've had what's our highest? We had some really high scoring jams. We have a 23. We had a 23 by Trash Panda, and we had a 12 by Missy Hammer, and we had an 11 by Cat Straight. I don't know why I can't say that name properly. All right, then back to the action on tracks. We have 2 minutes left to go in this first half. 73 for London, 93 for Toulouse. We've got almost everybody on the track at the moment. We're just losing one Toulouse blocker. Lead yet to be called, however.
Ellis has managed to push through. Actually had some really effective offence from Beth Lord then to allow them to get through and get lead. And it looks as though Missy Hammer has also managed to get through and will be trying to chase down the London Jammer, but has forced the call off.
Clever work there from London, calling off that jam before Toulouse had a chance to score, picking up 4 points for themselves and nothing for Toulouse, so 77 takes on 93. And we've only got a minute and a bit left to go in this first half.
See, at first I was really non-committal about this 100-point thing, and now
I've got you involved.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sorry.
Now I'm feeling annoyed.
Well, no pressure on Trash Panda, but I mean they are your favourite.
That's true.
No, I want to say favourite.
Not favourite because obviously we have to be really neutral, but favourite in the sense of most likely to do those big scoring jams for Toulouse, and that is not to. That was probably the right call to make. Did try for that apex jump and
Oh, and then we see Party Pants coming to check that Trash Panda is okay, because that was a big apex jump with a bit of a stumble at the end. But you can have a favourite for a bit, and then in the second half we'll wipe the favourites clean and we'll start
Wipe
again.
the slate clean.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that's what people do with their kids, so we'll be right. Potential last jam, well, it's going to be of this half. So we have everybody on the track. Let's see what we can do, as we have quite a rugby scrum of a start at the front of this pack.
Castrator through there, gets lead after pushing against that Toulouse wall, whilst Champagne has taken the helmet cover off and is looking for Jack and Decker. Manages to pass that helmet cover. Jack and Decker is through, little skip up lane 1 there to get past the blockers.
Yeah, wonderful work there from Jack once they were given the star. And we are into intermission. 4 points picked up there by London. So that takes your half-time score to, we have London Brawling with 81.
And Nothing to Lose with 93, not yet broken that century. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
And you know what? They tried. So I'm not disappointed in them. I'm all good, and I've got high hopes for the second half.
I think it's going to be an excellent second half. I think once, you know, people have had a chance to rest, I feel like this game is a lot slower than Toulouse's earlier game, and potentially Brawling's as well. And I think it's going to be a really close game. But I'm often wrong about this stuff, so.
Well, we shall see. Right, we will leave it there. We're going to go and get a cup of tea. I'm going to go and remember how to play and speak about roller derby. And we'll be back with you very soon. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty then, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us back here at Crystal Palace, as we are here for Anarchy 7, hosted by London Roller Derby, here on this beautiful April afternoon. It's lovely, sunny. So, of course, we're inside at a leisure centre. But would you want to be here? Would you want to be anywhere else, Shona?
Absolutely not. I am excited to be here. There's only a 12 points differential between these two teams. And I cannot wait to see what happens in this second period.
Well, you've not got very long to wait. And what we've been noticing, we've been chit-chatting. We didn't just go and get coffee and talk about our day jobs. And we've also been having a little look at the stats. And what we've kind of detected, thanks to our wonderful producer, Shift, they've been having a little look through the numbers. It seems like that teams have kept a close eye on the games that we had here this morning, because Delta and Dixie for London, who were the standout jammers of the first game, have really struggled and been shut down by Toulouse a lot in this game, which says to me, someone did their homework.
Absolutely. I mean, Ellis has had a great game so far, and you know, found that lead jammer quite easy. Trash Panda is also jamming. Seems to have gotten a little bit stuck at the front there with that really strong 3-wall.
But you mentioned there, Shona, Ellis has had an absolutely fantastic game so far. And given that absolute breakneck speed they got lead there, I think they're in for another tasty second half.
Absolutely. And Trash Panda is really approaching that wall, looking to break through.
Multiplayer bot being called on number 9. That is Beth Lord at the front of the pack there for London. We have Ellis coming through, grabbing some points for London, as Trash Panda is just hanging around with London in the pack there, really struggling to make their way through. No pass, no penalty called on Trash Panda. To be honest, I think she just wanted to get out of that mess of London, and by mess I mean beautiful blocking.
Does look as a couple more penalties have been assessed to the London blockers. So Madge, after that bit of ping-ponging of Trash Panda, did get sent to the box.
I just have visions of Trash Panda coming through, just, you know, like throwing trash cans everywhere, just like, I'm here, I'm making noise.
Just causing havoc.
But they're having an absolutely lovely time at the front of the pack. We've got number 27, that's Alicat. We've got Beth Lord at the front, and someone who I can't see because their back is to me. Who's that with the same skates? It looks like Delta, but it's not Delta. Well, whoever it is, they're going for a penalty. I'm really sorry I mentioned it.
I think that might have been Texas Heat. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, yes, Texas Heat.
Well, I do apologise for bringing light to you as you got a penalty there, but you were doing some wonderful blocking before that happened. Alrighty then, let's have a look at the scoreboard. What's happened?
Well, that gap is close, so both teams have hit that century, and there's only 3 points between them. I'm feeling my heart is starting to race right now.
You'll be fine.
I'm starting to feel quite emotional.
So in that last jam, I think Ellis picked up 19 points, was it, for Ellis? And we had a ton of points picked up for Toulouse. But literally telling us to be quiet with our stats from earlier, Delta Strike comes through, grabbing lead, showing that they are not one to be messed with.
Missy Hammer was able to make it through, but is not lead.
And what is happening in that penalty box at the moment? We have got a whole tripod of London sat down, standing up. Delta being kind of left by themselves, being joined now by Texas Heat. But Delta, do you know what, was like, I don't necessarily need your help right now. Wonderful work there from our legendary London jammer.
And that probably explains why they've not yet called it off despite being lead, so that they can empty that box rather than starting the next jam with one blocker on track.
Yeah, it's clever work there from London. You gotta get your pals back to the party. No one wants to go in alone.
And just as the box emptied, I think that's Swan who's just gone back in.
All right, we could cope with one.
Yeah.
We could cope with one. So let's have a look at that scoreboard then. So while we were waxing lyrical about Delta, who did an absolutely fantastic job, 12 points were picked up by Toulouse in that jam as well. So we have London with 105, Toulouse 115. I said it before, I'll say it again, we are in a tight game scenario.
Absolutely. You know, to go from a gap of 3 to a gap of 10, like there's that lead can absolutely change. Like that is a differential that can be easily overcome.
And what's been interesting with this tournament, obviously it's not a tournament in the sense of like structures and medals and all those types of things. And for a lot of people, for roller derby, this is the first time really seeing some of these sort of your old school teams getting back on the track, seeing where they're at, seeing which skaters have kind of stayed, which skaters have had to call skate in a day, and all those types of things. And now we're sort of seeing where everybody like is in the real world. And I'm not going to lie, it's tasty, and I'm ready for more.
So what we saw in that last jam there, just before it was called off, was Jack and Decker taking the jam line for the first time.
Nice.
Have been a pivot, and I think did take the start a couple of times. But good to see them back on track after looking a little bit ropey in the first half, after getting a bit of a hit.
Oh, we're in empty penalty box territory. Whee! They can't hear us.
Well,
we're all the way up here.
Wow. You've jinxed it.
Well, deal with it. So we've got Trash Panda at the front of the pack causing chaos, but it looks like my tripod of dreams is bad together again. But we have number 56, that's Dixie, at the back of the pack, jamming for London, trying to get their legs around. They've got some long legs, but they're not that long that you can jump the whole of the inside, so they've been recycled to the back. Both jammers having a wonderfully horrid time at the same time.
Absolutely, and I think that you can see two different types of play here. You see London with the really tight wall, the really slow wall. And holding on to each other, which does have the risk of multiplayer penalties, but they seem to be getting away with it. Whereas I think the Toulouse wall is a little bit more fluid, but and a little less together. But what that means then is that if Dixie sees a gap, they're going to take it.
And they have been taking it, because while you did that absolutely fantastic explanation about the two packs. We saw Dixie absolutely fly themselves up the inside track.
Yeah.
Inside track? Yeah, inside track. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Some excellent offense there by Party Pants. No pass, no penalty.
I feel like Party Pants hasn't actually left the track yet.
No.
They've just played every jam.
And they have been incredibly effective, in this game and the game earlier on. Just such a strong jammer, strong blocker, I should say. as part of a wall, but also when left to their own devices.
Yeah, definitely. It is really difficult, I think, to play that person who can be in the wall and the sort of lone wolf, as it were. I think you find a lot of people are much more comfortable doing either or, but they're same.
Yeah.
Love it. Are we in favourite territory with Party Pants, or are we keeping it chill?
Just going to keep it chill, play hard to get.
Non-committal.
Yeah.
Love it.
And if I see them after this game, I'm not going to like just cry from like being too much of a fan.
Love it.
So we have Wolf for London Brawling versus Missy Hammer jamming for Nothing to Lose. After a little bit of a stumble, got a forearms penalty there. So there's a power jam in favour of Nothing to Lose. And because lead wasn't assessed, that means that Missy Hammer has lead jammer and a power jam.
There was just a second there. I think we all held our breath to make sure that their toe stops were in play and inbound and all those other words that you need to worry about when jamming. But fantastic work. A little bit of self-offense at the front there. And again, really good, clever, what's the word I'm after? Toe-stoppery knowledge?
Yeah.
I don't know where my feet are.
I think it's good. It's really good track awareness, I think. Trying to avoid the cut by knowing where that, where the inside line is, where the outside line is.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic jabber, Missy Hammer. We'll be seeing them in action, I'm sure, tomorrow as well, because don't forget, this is game 4 here of Anarchy number 7. We've got, I think, 2 games after this game, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, so we've got 1 game left.
We've got
5 games each day.
So once we've got the conclusion of Toulouse London Brawling, which is in front of your very eyes, your last game today it's 5 p.m. UK time, but we are running, I think, about 10 minutes late. We will have Crime City versus Rainy City. And then we can all get our tea and then join us back here tomorrow for a lovely 9 a.m. start as we see Stockholm taking on a Birmingham roller derby, their one and only game of the weekend. So please do join in. Don't join in. They don't need you necessarily to join in. Tune in and join me and everyone else, giving them some support for their only game here at Anarchy. Anyway, enough.
And Delta Strike manages to get through, get lead, whilst Jack and Decker is on track, still pushing, trying to get through that really tight wall. And interestingly, they really took that outside line, like really tight line, and was just about to say how good that was, and then they were assessed for a forearm penalty.
Lovely stuff there from London, picking up 2 points, taking them to 1-1-4. 0 points picked up for Toulouse in that jam, taking them to 1-2-3. We are in a timeout situation with 20 minutes left to go in this second half. As we can see London there grouping themselves together for a conversation.
Yeah, I suspect that Toulouse are kind of just seeing that lead slowly get chipped away by Brawling, and calling a timeout maybe just to have a little chat, just have a little rest, have a little decompress.
Definitely. And someone who I don't think had a rest recently, and they'll probably correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Beth Lord ran the London Marathon last weekend.
What?
Exactly. If I'd have ran the London Marathon, I wouldn't be coming here to skate. I think my legs would be still in Birmingham somehow.
Yeah.
So fair play. And there was someone else, because we've got a fact sheet as well, who said they were doing the marathon. I'm going to find them. Hang on a sec. You talk, I'll find them.
Okay. Shout out to everyone who did the marathon last week. You're all amazing.
Oh, I don't know.
Well
I can't find it, and I had them a minute ago. It is Alice from Nothing to Lose. I will also run their first half marathon a week before Anarchy. So well done to everybody for doing not 1 but 2, but probably 52 other insane sports, and absolutely bossing it. So thumbs up to everybody.
Ellis managing to get lead, while Jack and Decker is still in the box, having been assessed for a forearms penalty. Ellis on the first scoring pass manages to get those 4.
As you said a second ago, shown that Nothing to Lose will be getting a little bit worried now that their lead, as you said, is being chipped away. I think Ellis is absolutely here to ruin their lead party.
Yeah, absolutely. With 8 points, there's only a point, as you may have also heard from the house announcers. And, you know, with those additional points that Ellis is scoring, I believe that will be a lead change.
Well, everyone, I don't know if you can hear the noise in-house. There definitely has been a lead change. 12 points picked up there by London Brawling, taking them to 1-2-6. So we have 1-2-6 for Brawling, 1-2-3 for Toulouse. Whew. Gonna need to sit down.
Hard-fought lead change there, and, you know, just be mindful of the cost of that. We do have 2 blockers on 5 penalties for London. So camera attack, and Beth Lord both with 5 penalties. If you get 7 penalties, you foul out of the game. So
you've got to be careful.
Yeah, with 18 minutes left, they are going to have to be careful. So Trash Panda looks to have gotten lead, but being followed by Dixie, and so has called the jam off, having scored 1 point.
Lovely work there from both of our teams. Lovely. Am I saying empty penalty box? Because there's the skaters skating near. No, just come and sit down. That's better. Lovely empty penalty box there as we get ready. We have got 17 minutes left to go in this game. 1-2-6, 1-2-4. It's tight. It's close. Do not leave your screen. Do not change your channel, because Missy Hammer has just got through for lead, and Castrator is hot on their heels.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think I think there was a plan there by Castrator to try and do some defence on Missy Hammer straight off the line. That wasn't that successful, but luckily got out quickly enough to kind of stem any additional points. And although they did get 2, so 1-2-6 for both teams.
Oh, I'm taking a short breath. I'm clutching my pearls. This is a tense moment. If you were watching the games earlier going, oh, they're just blowing out, blah, 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 blah. No, we've put a stop to that. We are here for the tight, tense games.
I don't know if I am. My chest hurts.
Grab your popcorn, get yourself a comfy seat, tell the dog to walk itself. You are watching this game with us here today as we see Delta Strike flying up the inside. They were impeded, and I think someone is going off for a penalty.
Delta has 100% success in getting lead this half, which is, when you think about the first half where Toulouse were really shutting them down, it's a huge improvement, and they seem to have clicked for them in this period. Yeah, shout out to their bench teams if they've had a little wiggle around, a little shuffle about to change that up. And of course, shout out, of course, to the wonderful skaters changing their statistics over. And I do believe we're going to be starting on a power jam scenario for London, and that is Wolf, who is about to be literally let out of their cage. But look at that defense at the front of the pack there. We have 0-6 Champagne, and we have 7-4-7 Little Love doing their best to contain, I don't want to say contain the beast, that's terrible, isn't it? But, I mean, the name's Wolf, so what can you do? Yeah, to cage the wolf. And I think, I think they probably held them for about 12 seconds, which might not seem that long, but when you think about the penalty only being 30, like it's, it kind of gives their jammer some time. Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure you can hear the crowd inside the house having the home support. Of course, London Brawling is your home team here in Crystal Palace, and have done a fantastic job putting this tournament on for the 7th time in a row. But obviously there were some years that we didn't do it, but still in a row. I don't even know where I went with that analogy. Anyway, Wolf has picked up 4 points, 4 hard-earned points there, but calls it off just as Trash Panda comes around the corner. So what's that done to the score, Shona? Sorry, where's Shona come from? I'm just making it up now. Yeah, you're not the first person though. Well, my name is pronounced in many a way. It is I do apologise. It is a treat. You can call me Berry for the next 2 minutes. All right, Berry. So Berry, London is on 1-3-4 against nothing to lose on 1-2-6. So just pulling ahead, 8 points. Again, that's one jam.
It really is, especially in this game where we've had a couple of big scoring jams, but most of them have been hit and quits, 4 points here, 8 points here.
Absolutely. Dixie fighting their way through, but is assessed a cut track penalty, so will be going to the box. And Missy is given lead jammer for Toulouse.
Weren't we in this situation a few minutes ago where Missy found themselves as the active and only jammer on track when the scoreline was ever so tight?
Yeah.
Can we see a lead change with Missy and their team?
Seeing that really strong defence there from London, like Missy Hammer almost at a stop, using their behind to kind of push against that wall.
Yeah, wonderful defence there from London, as you said. Missy doing all they can to break through, been recycled to the back of the pack. Dixie is back on track now. They have the star in hand, and they are also being treated to a lovely platter of defence. Woo! But do not adjust your eyes. You did just see what you thought you saw. Was that like an inside apex jump, twist back, somersault, double axel, arabesque, gambol?
Yeah, I think that was about right. Yeah.
Wonderful work there from all of our skaters and jammers there. But we haven't seen any points go on the board for Brawling. Was that?
I think
Dixie was in the box, weren't
they?
So
Dixie was in the box, and I think Missy Hammer called it off as they completed their scoring pass.
Oh, so action-packed jam, but low-scoring jam there, as we see nothing Toulouse on 129, London Brawling on 134. We have 12 minutes left to go in this game, and this game has not disappointed one iota.
No. 12 minutes to go, 5 points in it. Ellis has got lead, but is being recycled by Toulouse. Ellis with 100% lead record for this second period of the game.
Very nice. As we see, is that Trash Panda? Of course it is. Coming around the apex, almost unopposed there, because we have lost a couple of Brawling to the penalty box. 4 points picked up by both jammers.
Yeah, Trash Panda on the second pass. Again, I suspect that Ellis is looking to empty the penalty box before tactically calling off for jam, and manages to do so before Trash Panda's third scoring pass.
Lovely work there from both of our jammers. 6 points picked up by Brawling, 8 points picked up by Toulouse. 137 plays 140. That is a difference of just 3 points. Do you feel tense?
Yes, I feel very, very tense right now.
I feel tense, and I don't actually personally mind who wins this game.
No, me neither. This is I have no skin in this game.
This is pure enjoyment.
Pure enjoyment, but also pure anxiety.
Such is life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And added to our anxiety there, Delta Strike just taking off, but landing perfectly. Wonderful apex jump and grabbing lead there for London.
And Jack and Decker manages to also get out. Delta calling the jam before Jack and Decker can score any points. So Delta got 3 out of the potential 4.
Yeah, tasty stuff there from Delta with that lovely apex jump. Classic Delta, apex jump, comes back round, does a twisty, turns it off. Doesn't even break a sweat. Can hear the crowd shouting 5 seconds, I'm sure, as well. Everyone's an NSO today, everybody's joining in. Oh, fantastic work there from Missy Hammer. Got lead almost instantly.
But now there's a bit of jammer on jammer blocking as Cat Strater approaches them. Cat Strater managing to get past Missy. And so looks to call the jam before any points are scored.
Ooh. And we are running out, well, I said running out of time, we've still got 9 minutes left to go in this second half. But jammers and teams are going to be wanting to score some points because this is going to be tight. Can't waste a moment.
We've seen a change in the most popular penalty. It's now cutting the track.
Oof.
Which I suspect has to do with this really small point differential, and you've got a lot of jammers who are taking risks.
I love how we're having most popular. It's like we've done a poll. Who do you prefer? It's like X Factor or something. But while this was all happening, and I'm just talking rubbish about reality shows that aren't on anymore, Trash Panda has been sent to the penalty box. I think it was for a track cut, which means Dixie is, I was about to say unopposed, but they've just been given a big cuddle there by Lee Love at the front of the pack, but they are through. And have you ever seen the saddest panda face as Trash Panda did an apex jump, didn't quite land it, and everybody went, oh. Because what do we want to see in Derby? Apex jumps.
I do love them. Oh, it's the pivot in the box.
Oh, not Trash Panda. Oh, sorry. But it went really well with the sad panda analogy. Oh, man. All right, then, lovely tied scores. Easy maths for your eyes. We have Toulouse with 137, London Brawling with 147. Everybody can work the maths out for that. It is
10 points.
Smooth.
Trash Panda playing a remarkably clean game. Only got one penalty this game, and it is a forearm penalty.
But speaking of penalties, Wolf has picked up, I think it was a high block penalty. So they are going off to the penalty box, obviously. Which means we've only got one jammer on track, and they're from Toulouse. So we might be in lead change territory.
And this is not the time for a power jam.
No.
10 points in it, 7 minutes to go. It's just such a close game. As a jammer, you really don't want to do that.
No.
This is Jack and Decker's first lead of the game.
Jack has been having an absolutely storming game. They have been pivoting, star passing, blocking, the whole 9 yards in both the games we've had today. In fact, I think we've seen almost all of Toulouse up and on track this morning, absolutely ramming it. But while all this was going on, we had a star pass over to Beth Lord. Tasty, as Toulouse call themselves a wee timeout.
And Camerat attack is on 6 penalties.
Anyone else we should be worried about? Who's that with 5? That's number 9, Beth Lord, and who's that over on Toulouse? Number 19, is it? Sweeney. I mean, Sweeney's been putting the shift in. I mean, to be fair, I'm always like, look, if I get 7 penalties, then maybe I did a lot of great things and just 7 not so great things. You know. Or
it's an interesting
analogy.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of thinking about it.
I've just got to think
just thought
about
about it. Just thought about it now. You just have to like.
There is some audience participation. London did a star jump thing. It looked more impressive than I just made it sound on track.
You may have seen it on the stream. You may have seen a few players doing it on the stream, just a little star jump there.
And if you want to reenact it in your living room, you may do so. Get the dog up, get grandma, get high-five in, join in, high-five us through the camera, touch the mirror, high-five yourself. Be part of it, guys. Be with us today.
And if you maybe don't want to copy that just yet, but are really interested in getting involved in roller derby, London Roller Derby's next fundamentals intake is coming up soon, so follow them on social media for more information. 7th of May is the next date from 12 till 2 at Bridge Park Leisure Centre in Stonebridge. They train weekly, no experience is required, but you will need to sort your own kit.
That means I could join in?
Yeah.
Because I've got my own kit.
Yeah.
And 0 experience.
Yeah, you can just like rock up like from Birmingham.
Yeah, it's a bit far. Anyway, while I'm just talking rubbish as always over other people talking, Missy Hammer is your lead jammer for Toulouse. We are in a 7-point game with just over 5 minutes left to go in this tight 4th game here at Anarchy number 7. 1 point picked up by Toulouse there, so we've got a 6-point difference. That's one pass and a half a pass, isn't it? So, yeah. I said it and you both looked at me really bizarre. I was like, that's not the most bizarre thing I've said
In
today.
the old days, it would have been one pass and then 20% of a pass.
Oh, good maths. In the old days, you could have split that over the 3 periods. But that's just...
They used to be... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You used to have 2 breaks.
Knee starts.
2 twos.
People used to just lie on the floor. I remember that. That was weird.
People used to... I'm pretty sure probably had a
2 whistles.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about all that. In the old days, you could poodle. You could, and it was sometimes called something else as well, but we will not be getting into that.
You used to have minors, right?
Minors, yeah. And then if you were a jammer on 3 minors, you'd be like, poodle me, so that you could get your 4th. It was a bizarre time.
It was wild.
It was wild. Ask your grandma about it. And by grandma, I mean me.
Yeah.
Some of the teams, and I'm not making a grandma connection here, but you'll get it. Some of the teams here at Anarchy are some of the oldest teams in roller derby in Europe. But older doesn't mean old. It means experienced, it means passionate, and it means that they've kept going through some quite difficult times we've had over the past 2 years. So it's wonderful to see all of these teams coming back, and it's wonderful to hear about so many teams back at home, back across Europe, across the world, that are still on track and still rocking out. So if you're still playing roller derby, high five to you, and if you're not and you're still supporting it, mega high five to you as well. Yeah,
more power to you. It's been really hard for teams to kind of remain sustainable during this time. And I don't know why I'm still talking about that word when such a tight jam with Trash Panda just chasing down and forcing that 0-0 call off.
Oh, but nothing. The score. I am feeling a bit tense now.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes, so 3-4 jams, maybe. See, could be more.
We've got a lovely empty penalty box as well, so everyone can come and join us on the track. Oh, and up the inside, showing us who is boss. Dixie on their toe stops, no messing.
I think they might have even been on 1 toe stop.
Probably no toe stop.
Yeah,
just levitated.
Just flying.
Just flying their way through. So Dixie there. By the time we talked about it, they were back through now on their scoring pass. Calls it off though to be clever, I think.
I think just to hold it. I mean, I think London Brawling, I think, are trying to if they can't get any if they can't get any points, then they're darn well going to stop Toulouse getting any. They're not going to try and risk leaking any extra points, because 6 points is nothing, and they do have 3 minutes, so.
And they only needed a jam and 20% or whatever it was.
Yeah.
All righty then, so back up on the track, we've got Ellis, we've got Trash Panda, we have got an almost empty penalty box. Trash Panda coming up against 2 of London at the front of the pack. They have been called lead, and it is Ellis who breaks out of the pack round the outside though, but Trash Panda in charge of this jam calls it off. Is that the 3rd goose egg in a row? And by goose egg, of course, I mean zeros for everybody. Make a fist with your hand. You'll see it looks like a goose egg. I'm not totally nuts.
Nil point.
Exactly, like Eurovision.
That's about as much French as I can do. I'm sorry, Toulouse.
I haven't even tried to do any because I'd probably get banned from France.
Yes.
And I'm going to go to France in September, and I'd quite like to not get stopped at the border.
I got an A in GCSE French, but that was like 20 years ago, longer than that. So it's not something I've
never bossed
been able
it
to
out.
maintain.
No. Right, so we've got 3 minutes left to go in this game. We've had a team timeout called. I don't know who called it, but I don't blame them for calling it, and I'm pretty sure the other team is quite grateful that it was called. It was Toulouse who called the timeout as they get themselves together for this last 3 minutes of the game. That's probably 2 jams. There's a 6 points in it. The in-house crowd are getting whipped up by our fellow announcers in-house because someone's going to either be the home champions or they're going to get pipped at the post. Little cheers from the crowd here as we see Delta going up against Missy Hammer, and it is Delta. She's down, but she's not out. Up again on her skates. They have grabbed themselves lead jammer. What are they going to do with it, though? London Brawling are in charge of this game at the moment. They are currently in the lead. They don't need anything except for Toulouse to not score.
Yeah, absolutely. And Missy Hammer was able to get out, and I think, you know, that was a strategic call off by Delta there, just to gradually push that lead up, get a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, so 3 points picked up there by Delta. Thought she was going to call it off before, but nabbed those last 3 points. Very tasty. 2 and a bit minutes left to go in this game. Brawling are in the lead by 9 points, but my gosh, we know that that is not in the bag.
Trash Panda jamming for Toulouse, and Ellis jamming for London. I just want to shout out both of these jammers. Like, I think they've both had like really excellent games today. Like, it's been tough. It's been really, really tough, and they've pushed. They've worked hard. Ellis has just got lead. You know, they've both been excellent against some really, really formidable walls. Trash Panda passing the star to Champagne there.
And I think we had a couple of points picked up by London Brawling. Let's have a quick look. Or did they just... Oh, no, 2 points picked up. Lovely stuff there. So they are now... Is that 11 points? Yeah, well done, Terry. 11 points ahead of this game. We have got 1 minute and 17 left on the period clock. It's feeling a bit tense in the house today. Whilst there are definitely fans here for Toulouse, this is a London home crowd. This is a London event. So I think you might be able to hear the roof get blown off in a minute as we see Delta Strike back up on the track. Those trademark turquoise skates hopping over the apex. They've got lead once more, down but not out.
Missy Hammer is still pushing through at the front, so whilst Delta Strike does have control, they are further behind.
A little bit of clock watching, I think, going on by London. They call it off, but I think there will be time for one more jam. So Delta picking up, nobody picked up points in that jam. London are 11 points ahead at the moment. We have the period clock ever so quickly dying inside the house. What can we hear everybody chanting?
Everyone is chanting, one more jam.
One more jam.
So timeout has been called.
So Toulouse have called an official review, but they are using it as a timeout. Oh, because it means you can have another jam. Now Toulouse need to get 11 points. They need to get 11 points to tie this game. Is that correct? They need to get 12 to win this game.
Yes.
It is 100% possible.
They need to get 12 points more than London.
Yes.
To win.
Yeah.
So it looks as though 237 Camerette Attack has fouled out after getting 7 penalties. 6 of which were direction of gameplay penalties.
I mean, they're consistent.
Consistent. And I might have a favourite. Like Trash Panda's done. Like Trash Panda with the highest scoring jam, 23 points.
Is your favourite?
Just really push for it. Yeah, you're probably not allowed to have a favourite.
We can do what we want, babes.
All right, cool. So, one more jam.
They wanted it, you want it, you get it. That's how roller derby works. Alrighty.
Is it?
No, not normally.
No, not at all.
Alrighty then, this is the last jam. Drink it up, cheer on your teams at home. Just cheer on fantastic roller derby in front of your very eyes. And it is Ellis for London, and the crowd have gone absolutely bananas in here. And they call off the jam. They didn't want one more jam. And hopefully the camera can pan round in a sec, and you can see the little delights on London's faces.
Trash Panda looking a little bit defeated there, having been thwarted in getting that initial pass done, but can absolutely be proud of themselves. Toulouse can be proud of the way that they have played in this second game. It has been absolutely excellent.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, but Brawling brought it when it mattered and played some really smart, strategic roller derby in order to control that score, and ultimately took the win.
They did indeed, but as you said, Shona, fantastic work by both of our teams. As you can see, the crowd in the house here cannot wait to show their appreciation. The track is filling up with hand slaps. If you're at home, don't forget you can hand slap the dog. You can stand in front of the mirror and give that a little hand slap. Thank you for joining us here today at Anarchy, number 7 for game number 4. It has been, let's just say, it's best game of the day so far.
Yeah.
Saying it, calling it, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Don't bother watching the rest because this has been the best game. Or still watch the others so you've got a comparable.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And we do have Crime City against Rainbow City, I think.
Oh, that would be boring. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, maybe just have your dinner. No,
or it's going to be a fantastic game of roller derby in front of your very eyes. Both teams have already played today. It will be the battle of purple v purple, although obviously one team will wear a different colour.
Yeah.
And we can see London putting their trademark London Bridge into action as the hand slaps are getting ready for Toulouse. They have played an absolutely blinder couple of games here today, and it has been wonderful to see them. We will see them back in action, of course, tomorrow. They will be playing the... we will be seeing them again at 3 o'clock tomorrow. But as we said, we've got lots more roller derby for you to enjoy. So whilst you enjoy the hand slaps, we are going to sign off. Thank you, Shona, for joining us here for this wonderful game. Have you enjoyed it?
Berry, I have had a lovely, lovely time. It's been a pleasure.
Oh,
it's been a treat, Berry.
And it's been absolutely wonderful to have you with us. Big thank you to Shift, our producer. They've put an absolute shift in today, bringing this game to you. I apologise for all the mistakes I made. We're still coming back to roller derby as well. I've been very cherry, and we'll see you later today. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Okay, everyone, stick around.